Okie dokie, welcome back to another vintage video. Today we're getting on the flow state train. Um, Both Bosch and Justin have released flow state stock up Lorien videos so far, and they've genuinely the decks have looked really fun. Um, they've all been or both been on a Jeskai list, going from that standard PO list. Still got fourth Airlingus, that sort of thing. Just no POs. But everything else, and 4 Lorians to fuel your flow states, which is the new kid on the block. So 2 mana anticipate, but if you've got an instant and sorcery in your graveyard, you get 2 of the 3. Lorien revealed facilitates that and develops your mana. Full Moxen Soul Ring list, um, trying to leverage Thunder Trap Trainer and Flame of Anor as card advantage and control pieces. However, what we've done today, just for the experiment, is we have come off of the Jeskai and into the Grixis. This gives us 2 more wizards with Dark Confidant, and I'm going to play another Flame of Venor. I really want to mean it. Um, I've also come off the Academy because I don't play these decks very often, so I'm going to play a Library, and that can be wrong. I'm fine with it. But Library of Alexandria, draw more cards. Then we've got Flow State, Bob, Thunder Trap, Flame of Venor, stock up, and maybe Lorien revealed to find cards. We've also got a DT. Um, Unlocked by our black mana. And we've got Time Vault Key as a nice kill condition as well. Because we don't have the fourth Airlingus, I don't know if we need a way to finish the game, but I've gone with this just in case. Um, just 2 negations, I had to make space. I don't know if I'm actually allowed to go this light on permission. So what I've done is I've got more card draw in exchange for less interaction, which might be a disaster, but hey ho. Um, Post board, we've got 2 consigns, a mind break and a negation as our additional permission, and a pyroblast as well for the blue mirrors. And then the dredge hate is going to be Soul Guide Needle, Crypt, Tab, and then Yixlid Jailer, which is a wizard. Okay, so that's exciting. And then 3 pushes for creature decks, frog decks, that sort of thing. The wizard package, I'd like to point out that I did not register Riptide Lab. I talked myself down from that, settled on Library as a good middle ground between Riptide Lab and Academy. Um, all of them fairly similar, right? Libraries, laboratories, and academies. We're going to go do some reading and see how we do in the games. Okay, round 1, we're up against Mormagil. We've got a Lurrus. And we've got this hand, which is interesting. It's a very quick Vault Key. Is that keepable? Turn 1 Crypt Trainer, and then turn 2 try and Vault Key them. Turn 1 Crypt Trainer. I don't know if I'm allowed to keep that though. It's so powerful. Our opponent's registered 61 cards, so 61 cards, no Lurrus. What can ever play 61? Hoops All Spells, Oath of Druids. I don't know. I'm down to clown. If I die to a Turn 1 Chalice or Vexing Bauble, I'm cool with it. Got 61 cards in the vintage format. Where are you, like, give me the extra variants? They mulligan to 6. They've got a Flooded Strand, a Mox Ruby, and then they just pass a turn. So we get a draw step, and we draw Dark Confidence. Let's cast our Mana Crypt. That gets in. We'll cycle a Lorien revealed. And now, I guess we just get Underground Sea. And then play Bob or Trainer. I'm going to go with Bob, because that looks like a really enjoyable way to decrease our life total. Maybe I'm supposed to Thunder Trap so I don't get tinkered onto. But Bob is the way that we draw both Force of Will and a land next turn, right? Okay, opponent fetches end step. Gets himself a Meticulous Archive. No Lurrus though. And we do have to race ourselves here, but Lurrus should solve that problem later. Flood Strand. Fetches. Gets a Tundra. Plays a stock up. Okay. That's not great for us, but we do have a resolved Bob. So what's no Lurrus, Tundra, Tundra, Ruby? I don't know. Could just be like one of the Tinker Initiative style decks. Like Clarion Conquerors and that sort of thing. If we hit our land here, then we can be pretty happy. Bob goes off. Get a jet. Mana Crypt goes off. Take 3. Black Lotus, wow. So I guess we can go just cast jet. They know about it? No. Let's just cast stock up. I assume that gets countered. And then just push Vault Key with our 4 mana. Oh no, it just doesn't get through. Okay, so stock up gets us Scalding Tarn Ancestral. We can Scalding Tarn, get ourselves a Volcanic, cast Ancestral Recall on self. That just gets through as well. Opponent's completely F6'd here. So I guess we can just play out all of our cards. Manifold Key, blue mana, Time Vault. I've got turns. And they're multiplying. They've just conceded. They don't want to see me crypt myself and bob myself. So that was sick. Don't know what our opponent's playing. Feel like we probably got away with one there. So what did they demonstrate that they had? They had a stock up. So I guess Pyroblast is good in the stock up matchup, and the rest of it is nonsense. They don't have a Lurrus. We don't have a bounce spell. We just want to do Pyroblast for push and call it a day. Negation, Mind Break. I'm happy with what we've developed here. Let's grab ourselves a Pyroblast, and then we can reassess later. 61 cards still. I've got a cat and they haven't. And now this is a no Lorien DT for Island, Probe You. I've got looks, right? I can DT for Sapphire. Or DT for Fetchland. So they've got a Mana Crypt, which is cool. And then that Mana Crypt generates a Lorien revealed. We've got a very quick Vault Key again. So just Mana Crypt, cycle it, play a land. Cool island. Yeah, that's sick. Look, there's a library on it. And then we'll go back to us. Not back to us, but to us. I've got an Ancestral Recall. Is this something I should fight? I guess so. Thunder Trap or Flow State? I guess Thunder Trap, because if I hit my land, I've got Flow State rolling. And Rocking, both of them. Force Negation. Okay. So we just get bodied. Opponent's up to 5 cards, 3 mana. We're on 5 cards, no mana. Let's take a peek. They show us a lot of nonsense, but hang on, so let's put this together. So next turn they can play Tezzeret, tutor something. Tundra Academy. Play Tezzeret, tutor a Lotus Academy, but they've got nowhere to go with it, right? So just get Sensei's Top. So what do we want to do? Do we want to DT for like a Flooded Strand? Or I could DT Lotus stock up actually. I think I might do that. Just to try and get back into the game, because they've Ancestraled, but their cards aren't very good. So if I go Lotus, gives me some blue mana for now, not for long though, but I am just going to burn it to stock up. And I get literally fuck all. Okay, so let's have a think. Well, I get Lorien Revealed Mana Crypt. Or I could take Lorien Field stock up. That's not very good. I've got sorceries ready. Lorien Revealed Flame is too slow. Maybe it is just Lorien Revealed Mana Crypt. So I've got Walk in Flow State. I don't have an instant. I don't need the Mana Crypt in play, but it saves me a turn later. So let's actually develop the Mana Crypt. And I can get Volcanic and look at walking through this saga might actually be the way forwards. So opponent wins their flip, of course. And now they've got this turn where they're going to be fairly uncontested. They draw a Mox Pearl for the turn and play it pre-Tezzeret, which is interesting. Or maybe they want all their blue mana. They've played Academy, they've got Tezzeret. They're down a counter on Tez. And they tutor. I guess a Sensei's top in this sort of spot would be really good. Yeah, Sensei's top off the tippy top. They're holding up Plough with their Mox Pearl that they drew. And now they play Sensei's top, which we can't battle. But I think we can battle with Time Walk. They take a look with top. So I can get Volcanic and then see where we end up. I've managed to not have an instant in my bin, which is pretty spectacular. I'm going to cycle Lorien. They've had a look with top. They haven't flipped it. They've got 3 cards in hand, so we know that they're holding Tundra Archive. I'm going to get Volcanic. Tundra Archive Plough. So my first construct is actually deceased. I will flip my Crypt. Go to 14. I draw Brainstorm, which is cool and stuff. So let's play this. Cast Time Walk, I think, because we'll get the Plough out of them as well. And then we get to like Brainstorm in response to our Saga trigger. And then Mana Crypt goes off. I win one for a change. Stock up. Okay. So if I Brainstorm, get Sapphire, then I can like flow state, but the Plough's always getting in, right? So I think I Brainstorm here. I do draw Force of Will and Flame of Anor. I have a Wizard. I don't think I want these. I don't think I want Flame or Bob. Now, because I've drawn Force of Will, I can make another token. They didn't fight it. Now I get Sapphire. And I can resolve a tip-top flow state. They're now going to Plough me. But we know that they're holding Tundra Archive, so I can just Force of Will this. Get my 2 cards, keep my Construct token. Oh, they're flipping. They got Daze in their deck? If I messed up what they're holding? Mindbreak Trap? Is that even on? Yes, Mindbreak Trap is on. Well, that would be a blowout. Mindbreak Trap would be horrible. Yeah, they've got it. Good grief. Okay. So I lose my token. I lose everything. Going forwards, I can't cast a Lurrus. They get to draw top for the turn and have a little cheeky peek. And if they've got an artifact sitting under there, then we're in a lot of trouble. Interesting. So if I'd post-combated my flow state, then none of that happens to me. They play the Archive, having drawn the top. They clear a Mox Jet. Play top to look at 2 fresh ones. Plus whatever was there before. Maybe it's 3 fresh ones at this point. No, 2 fresh. Right, they knew about Mindbreak Trap and Jet. Okay, so I think maybe I just sequenced wrong. Because I didn't need to put the flow state on the stack at that point in time, right? I could have fought plow, attack, fight plow, post combat flow state once we know that we have successfully killed Tezzeret. Opponent flicks the top, trades in the Tezzeret, has a manifold key. Also, this could just be us dead now. And then the time vault as well. Oh, flow state, okay. So just flow stating for the dream of finding a time vault, I guess. It's interesting. I wouldn't have thought that was worth shuffling away your top unless you had it rolled up. Double flow state. So they are bashing. We haven't got a lot going. Black Source is at least Lurrus, but that's not that exciting. I don't know how I'm supposed to build back into a game like this. Probably by top decking library. I'm at 15. I draw a library. Fucking hell. I don't want to hear it. So let's buy Lurrus. Do I show them the miserable library? Probably not. Probably just make them pay attention. I also tapped wrong here. I should tap my jet because I can at least then bluff drain. Opponent has a mana crypt in play. Still doesn't lose a flip. I feel like I got outplayed this game. That's Tezzeret again. Tezzeret happens. They get the top back. They play their top. Tezzeret triggers. And then they'll take a look for Sensei's top. Tapping the Academy, which is suspicious in my eyes, but maybe it's fine. Because they can look at a Swords to Plowshares, you know? So Sensei's top. So Manifold Key untaps Mana Crypt. Then they develop a stock up, which will take top +1. No, they're still holding that Tundra, sorry. So I've deleted the Tundra that they're still holding. And where do they go from here? I'm pretty sure they're holding Plow. I just can't imagine a world where I'm winning this, right? They've resolved two card flow states and a stock up and an ancestral this game. I know I had something similar going on earlier, but it's Plow now. Okay. So back to me. We'll say Tails on this one. Draw a Flood Strand. I could get Archive, or I could play Lurrus and play Lotus. That doesn't do much Lotus, but I guess I want the Lurrus in play to pressure them. So we'll just get the Underground Sea, Castle Lurrus. That's in, so I'll get my Lotus back. And we can now pressure both the opponent and the Tezzeret, but they could just have another Plow. Tezzeret just in a standard control deck is pretty interesting. So opponent's broken the mold and got rid of red, right? Stocks up again. Yeah, I can't beat this card flow. I just need them to just like not find another Plow. They've played 2. Not find a creature. And then die to Mana Crypt. That's what I need. I presume they're a Tinker deck though. So 3 mana, 4 mana. And they do tinker. So this will get time vault. I don't know how long we want to sit around and watch our opponent. No, we don't need to. Right, they got rid of the mana crypts. That's great and stuff. Okay, we're dead. Fine. So that was a cool game. Let's go to game 3. I think I want this needle for the Tezzerets. That seems other than the other ones. All of these have got text boxes, right? All of these are somewhat interesting. It's just how do you sideboard against that? I am interested in all the interaction. I am interested in a lot of the card draw. I could just drop my own Vault Key combo. So that's Time Vault and Key. Spell Pierce, Pyroblast. Spell Pierce, is that better than Consign? I think the Consigns are bad. I think I can just Spell Pierce them. And then I do like the Needle coming in. I think I can... Bob's such a nice way to run away with the game, though. And I could just drop Manifold Key, Time Vault, and just get Negation Trap. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to drop the Bob. Have Manifold Key, Time Vault. Be the worst Time Vault deck. I could negate over Pyroblast, but Pyroblast is really good. No, let's just stick to what we're at. Spell Pierce could be a Consign, but they've obviously still got all the busted blue. This hasn't got any lands in it. This has got a library. Library on the mulligan is the dream. I think that's what they say. I've got one piece of interaction. I have got triple Lorien. So I can get rid of Lorien, cycle a Lorien, never make it to 7 cards. Right, we'll do this. We'll play library, we'll cycle Lorien. And then turn 2 Thunder Trap. Off of what I presume is supposed to be... Opponent also mulligan to 6, which is exciting. Or maybe I don't need to turn 2 Thunder Trap. If they don't make me force, I can just... No, I'm on 5 cards. I'm good at this game. I understand what's going on. Mana Crypt's annoying. I could possibly consider forcing Mana Crypt there, but I didn't. Tezzeret I will force. That happens. They have a Sapphire. And an Ancestral. That's all horrible. Okay, we're going to grab ourselves a, I presume, Underground Sea. And then play Thunder Trap Trainer. I will still Thunder Trap even though I've just drawn that Force of Will. I presume this can find me a blue card of some variety. If I want it, it can find me a Time Vault of Flow State. Yes, I'll take Flow State. Because then I can force through a Flow State next turn if I want to. Opponent's got a Mana Crypt in play. They have Ancestral successfully, and they've never lost a Mana Crypt flip. That's not true. I think they lost one early, but they've got Academy again. So we're just getting bodied on cards and mana here. Spells you control can't be countered at the beginning of your end step, discover 5. This can be countered though, right? They've got force back. Gross. So now let's get a free discover 5 on every end step. Vexing Bauble into play. That's horrible. They've got 2 cards in hand. We'll Flow State. Pyroblast, Mental Misstep, Cataxian Probe. Well, we'll take Cataxian Probe, Pyroblast, I guess. So I can't counter spells, right? So I'll just probe them. What are they holding? Stock up and Tundra. I appreciate that I fetched a Underground Sea and now I've got 2 red cards in my hand. I am aware of how that worked. Opponent can play Tundra, stock up this turn or just stock up to start. Yeah, we just got bullied, like, massively. How many black cards are left in my deck? 2 Bobs, 2 DTs versus 2 Bobs and a DT versus Pyroblast and 3 Flames. Well, the Vexing Bauble's leaving, so I found a lot more mana. Flow states. I can't imagine I'm ever getting to kill this Chamil versus all of these flow states. That's a Saga. That's going to wreck me as well. And a top. I think there's too many issues here. They're holding Tundra. They probed me to see the good news. I got the wrong land. And I think I've just been absolutely ruined. Another flow state. Right, I prefer their deck. I want to play their one. That said, I don't believe this is real. But Black Lotus. And then they draw a Time Walk. Okay, that's going to do it though. I say I don't think it's real. And then they hit Time Walk off of it. So we get bodied next round. Okay, next round we're up against Morsa. We've got a Lurrus of the Dream Den. Our hand, to me, looks acceptable. May not be. I think I keep anyway. Opponent has a Tropical Island and a Ponder. Okay, so they're just on Oath of Druids. I think so. Are they just on Oath of Druids? What else would we do? Let's go Volcanic, play a key. I'm not fighting this key, I don't care that much. Key's in. But it does mean that our cards will have like a purpose now. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to sequence this next turn, whether I'm even supposed to play Thundertrap Trainer. Got Underground Sea. Could just be bug control. Bug flow states. Do I even want to play a Thundertrap Trainer in this world, in this environment? Flame of the North. I think I do, but I think I want to play Volcanic, right? Because then Volcanic means I get to stock up. I think I'm just going to play Volcanic Thundertrap. So I don't even know if I want the Saga ticket. I'm really interested in spell snare in this world at the moment. Like Thundertraps, Bowmen, Frogs, Grims. What do we get from this? Flame of the North, Flow State, stock up. I think we just take the negation though. Right, just protect against the idea that they are in fact Oath of Druids. So now we've got Force of Will, Oath, and then we can Force of Will and negation on Oath of Druids. I bet it's a fatal push. They're just on bug. Okay. So now if we untap with our mana, then we can stock up. They've got Polluted Delta. And this is going to be an oof. A Demonic Tutor. Sure. So I'm just going to get flustered in my upkeep. So do I want to fight this with like a flame or something? and I can actually beat the Ancestral on my turn. Let's try that out for size. That just happens. And if they're already holding the Ancestral, then I've got Force of Will pitching Thunder Trap. Maybe that was too aggro. If they just go upkeep Ancestral, then I lose, sort of thing. There's a Saga. And just jam a stock up. And if they negate, do I fight? Good question. I wish I had an answer. But if they're just bug control, so they do fetch. They do spell pierce. I think we can let this go, right? And then I've got Thunder Trap next turn. Or I've got a Saga rolling. They're going to Time Walk. I'm going to let Time Walk go. And they didn't even have a land drop to follow up on the Time Walk, which is dope. Now they've got another Delta, so no strip mines from the opponent this game, which is cool. So that means we're going to get to cycle Lorien for Underground Sea, and then just start gaming with our Sagas. I think I do want to do the Lorien cycle though, just keep developing mana. If they Vigor me, I'll cry. I won't, I'll cast a Thunder Trap, but you know what I mean. Opponents are one under pressure, so maybe this is like a bit too... No, I feel like not cycling Lorien here is far too conservative, but let's grab an Underground Sea, play it. Now we've got a Saga rolling as well. I think I'd rather just let the Saga expire, have that producing nice amounts of power and toughness. And then we can cause problems with the Thunder Traps later. Opponent fetches Delta, gets Undercity. This trop fucked me up for a while. Opponent's on 3 cards. And they've got a Murktide Regent. Exiling, walk, push. Yeah, so it's just huge, it's just fucking massive. Do I want to fight this? Or do I want to use my Thunder Traps next turn to find a Time Vault and protect that? This guy's so big. And I run Fatal Push, not Plow, because I played black and not white. 3 cards. Maybe I fight it. If they fight back, they fight back. They do fight back. Force of Will pitching Force of Will. Very good. They've got a Murktide Regent. So now we've got like some sort of Lurrus Lotus line if we want it. They've got a 7/7. Draw another Force of Will. I think I'll just make mana. And grab myself Lotus. And then purchase Lurrus. Cast Lurrus. We've got 1 card left in hand. I can cast a Black Lotus off of Lurrus. And then pass the turn to them. I'll take 7. I've got Force of Will behind again. Then I've got Thunder Trap out of the bin. Thunder Trap from hand. And that's a lot of looks for a Time Vault, I believe. I take 7 going to 12. Then they take 6 going to 11. I go back up some life points, as long as they don't abrupt decay me. Flooded Strand. I think I want to Thunder Trap from the bin to get things moving. Brainstorm, Fatal Push. Let's take Brainstorm then. And then we'll Brainstorm because I've got this Flooded Strand to work with. Misstep me. Okay. Flooded Strand and Jam. For 6, I do get some life points back. I've still got this Force of Will. I've got an Undercity in the bank as well. I'm at 15. So something of a race. That misstep was sad. Collector Oof. I don't think I can have an Oof resolve. But now I'm really not doing much, am I? Oh, they didn't attack. Perfect. So let's fetch Undercity. Get rid of Library of Alexandria. I think I've really showcased quite how good Library is today. I think I've done a fantastic job of that. Draw a Mox Jet, which will hold. This guy can't be blocked. And attack with Lurrus and Thunder Trap Trainer. We'll just get him for 4. Opponent can't block that. And we'll just hold back on our Mox Jet just so they have to think about something. And they just concede the game because limited combat tricks are too good. So, game 2 though, up against Bug Control. Finally. So game 2 against Bug. I think I want my pushes. I think I want my Pyroblast. I don't think I'm hugely excited about negations. Spell Pierce may be questionable. I like the Bobs, I like the Tutors. Maybe this is a time for Vault Key to leave the building because they're going to be oofing me. And then I can just bring in, you know, this stuff. Soulgate Lantern, I've already got one in the main, right? Do I want Soulgate Lantern to loop with Lurrus? Do I want Mind Break Trap? I can't imagine I want Mind Break Trap. So I get what? Pyroblast and 4 pushes. Soulgate Lantern could just be some nice technology. But what would I be cutting? Nothing good, right? Oh, but I'd be cutting like a Mana Crypt or some Mana Rock that dies under. Oof. That can't be real. Okay. Oh, what about Needle for Oko, though? I think that sounds real, because they don't have a Lurrus. They may not have an Oko at all. I've got a Lurrus. Dead to turn 1 Oof, otherwise I've got a turn 1 Bob. Discuss thoughts and feelings. I'm going to keep it. Mox. No, good. Just to see. I think I'm supposed to leave Thunder Trap Trainer. Okay, they've got one of those. Let's go Mox Emerald. Cycle this. Grab one of them. Which one do you get? Sea or Volcanic? I'll get Volcanic. I'll cast a Mox Pearl. Play an underground Volcanic Island and cast this Thundertrap Trainer. It could have even been secret number 3. I'm supposed to get none of them. Let's get Laurian revealed though, because that cements mana going forwards. I know that was a DT, blah blah blah, but I think the Lorien's too good. I should not yield my turn like that. This looks like it's just going to be a turn 2 collect roof. It is. Grand. Back to me. I draw a fatal push. Can I ever expect to resolve this push though? Or do I just get an Undercity Sewers and try and cement mana going forwards? I think I'll do that. Push, push. I think I push, push. I've got one already. I've got a flame. That unlocks my flow state. I just need to survive Wasteland this turn. And if I do get wasted, then I'm one card closer to this working. This push working. But I think I'd be interested in flow stating first. Maybe even just developing a Bob. I got another oof, okay. Draw a land. So let's go flow state to start with. I get flustered. And I'll push the untapped oof and attack for 1. Nope. Push this guy. And then attack you for 1. And it's up to us next turn as to whether we want to play Flame of Anor or Dark Confident or Stock Up. I think all of them merit a response, but the Bobs seem pretty loose. They probe me, so they know everything. That's annoying. Probe revealing all is pretty tough. They now know how good their Wasteland is. They now know that I'm trying to flame them, so that maybe their Fatal Push is really good. So I guess we're supposed to lean on Flame next turn. Opponent, green and a black, decays my Thunder Trap. Okay, plays a Delta, fetches it immediately. And then I think this is just going to be a Murktide Regent. It's a 7/7. I take 2 going to 16. What's better, Stock Up or Brainstorm? I guess Brainstorm. Happy to be wrong. I can put back Volcanic Island, Flame of Anor, play C, walk, that gets through. Now we can like stock up into something, or I can Flame of Anor. I can't Bob Flame of Anor because I fucked up. Okay, so stock up, coming off of Dark Confident. Flow State, Thunder Trap, Saga. So I could just take Saga, Thunder Trap. Play the Saga, cast Thunder Trap, again looking for Pyroblast, but they're going to untap their lands, right? So, which is pretty upsetting. Force of Will Lotus, take Force of Will. Don't think I'm blocking this turn, so that's what, 9. They've got 4 cards in hand. They ponder. I've been through a few pushes. I haven't been through any Pyroblast. I've only got 1 though, right? So it's not that great. They flow state me, which I really don't like, but the 1-up just means Flusterstorm, I think. So in they come. I take my healthy points. 7. So you need to find the Pyroblast this turn. I think the best way to do that is deal 5, draw 2. So I'll draw 2, I'll deal 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's now Ancestral Self. Maybe Ancestral Self is wrong because I want to see more cards. I'm looking for like a 1-outer here. I don't get there. Actually, I can Jet Sapphire. And Thunder Trap. And then find the Pyroblast off that. No. Pithing Needle Lorien. Let's get attacked for 7. I'm dead. Okay. Very good. 1-1 going into game 3. This Murktide Regent's annoying. It's so big. I can't push it. I cut Pyroblast for a Mindbreak Trap. I think cutting the Time Vault stuff is correct though, because they've just got I think their game plan is largely collect Roof. And then that Time Walk turn I messed up, right? Because I needed to put the stock up back so I could go. I needed to put the stock up back so I could play Flame Bob in the same turn. Right, we've got a cat. And we've got turn 1 Thunder Trap here, which I will keep. Let's cast a Mox Jet. Go get a Volcanic Island. Or am I supposed to get Basic Island here? I don't know, I've got so many Lorians that I don't think it matters. So let's roll out a Thunder Trap. And we can take Sapphire or Time Walk. I'll take Sapphire. I know they can Mox me, they can Oof me. But I've got Lorians that I can cycle, I've got Brainstorms that I can cast, so it also unlocks Spell Pierce for this turn cycle. I won't cycle now. I'm interested in Spell Piercing their upkeep Ancestral. I'll just play a C. That looks cool. Do I want to buy a Lurrus, or do I want to just relax with my cards? I think relax is good. Well, I could Brainstorm, actually. I find a lot of stuff. So let's put back Lorien Thunder Trap. No, Lorien stock up. Then just cast Thunder Trap. Bluff Pyroblast. Ancestral Recall. Now I have got Force of Will and I can get myself a stock up, right? Okay. So they did have the Ancestral all along. They get to cast Ponder now, which I'm fine with. When their Ancestral doesn't resolve, suddenly their start looks really anemic versus ours. They still got the Collector Roots, which are going to be a bit annoying. I could run my stock up into a Spell Pierce if I wanted to. Or I could just hold up Flame of Anor, which I think I will do. And then I can cycle, right? I think I just chill. They chill too. We've got a wasteland, which goes nowhere. Misty rainforest. Collector roof. And then we can cast this. Target player draws 2, deal 5. Target me, target your oof. And I can force of will a spell pierce. I believe I do. Or do I? Because if I just cycle Lure and Reveal, I can just untap and stock up, right? But then they'll still have Wasteland. I don't think I do actually. They'll still waste me. I can't protect my stock up. So I lose this Force of Will that they're holding anyway. So I think I do fight this. Oh, that just gets through. Oh, and their thing's dead. Okay, right. Fighting was great. So let's stock up then. Let's play Emerald. Stock up off of all of the Moxen. Get Ancestral Force of Will. Ancestral Self off of red mana. Play land. Attack for 2. And I think that wraps it up. They've got 4 cards in hand. I feel pretty confident here, but we are well outside the wheelhouse, so I might be overconfident here. Flow state for 2 cards. How do you feel about Pyroblast your flow state? And then I can mist up your Spell Pierce. Or mist up your Ponder, that works too. I can play a Lurrus at some point. I've got nothing to bring back. Maybe I could have paid the 1 instead of the 2 life, but, you know. We beat the Days at least. And they just concede the match to the misstep. That's cool. Okay, sick game though. We won the Battle over the Youth, which I was doubting, but then I realised that once I've cycled Lorien and played my land aim to cast stock up, then I don't even have the Force of Will open, so just sort of mandatory fight and then rip a land, I guess. But cool match nonetheless. Okay, next round we're up against Alien Workshop for our round 3. We've got a tasty opener. It's pretty reactive. Both players have a Lurrus. I've got a quick Lurrus. I can't turn 1 a Flame of Anor. My Undercity is a bit annoying, so I don't want to play it on 1. I also don't want to play it on 2. But I do want to have it untapped on 2, right? Can I even keep this? Can I even keep this? I think so. I think it's fine to keep. It's just really bad against, like, frogs, right? Turn 1 frog. Turn 2 frog beats me as well. Can't beat a Lavinia. I can't beat a Lavinia. I've got a Flame of Anor. I don't know. This is interesting. Tell me what you think. I am going to keep it against my better judgment. I think mana advantage is quite exciting. But it's just getting to the point where we're able to leverage that mana advantage. I'm not sure of that avenue at the moment. So opponent has an Underground Sea and a Mox Ruby. So they can't cast a frog, but they might be well, they're gonna walk into something, okay. So they have something else. They've got a Lotus Petal. Okay, so it's just a breach deck. Breach deck with a potentially quick kill. So it'd be cool if they just like went Lotus Petal, Breach, Brain Freeze yourself, combo off, and then kill yourself because you started on Time Walk. Anyway, they wouldn't because they'd have access to their Ancestral by then, but still, the thought made me laugh. So, what do we do? They cycle a Lorien revealed. This unlocks a volcanic island, I imagine. Where's the revealed zone here? They just get a basic island. Okay, yeah, red's rolled up. And they just cast stock up going through their petal on the way. So I do believe that I can get away with playing a city here. Maybe that's not true. No, because if they just play another stock up, then I feel stupid. I really want to draw a wizard. Mox Pearl as well. No, I don't think I can, because if they just have gifts ungiven or something, that we just get destroyed. Force of Negation's a banger. So I think I'll go Emerald. I think I do play the Crypt out. Play a Tarn. Grab a cat. And then we've got Spell Pierce Negation. For whatever they're about to try and do. Mana Crypt, so my Spell Pierce doesn't do quite as much as I wanted. I won't be fetching end step. I won't be fetching at all. We're going to take some clips off the ring here. The Crypt, sorry. And I draw a stock up. Okay. Let's play Undercity then. And bin a probe or top a probe? I think we can just bin a probe because we're probably just going to shuffle it into our deck anyway at some point. I think binning is fine. Expecting end step gifts ungiven, which we just have to let go because we can't spell pierce it. There's the gifts ungiven. Cannot be pierced and cannot be negated. So they've got 2 cards in hand. We're about to give them 2 more. That'll take them to 4 cards plus a draw step. But it's gonna be like what, Lotus DT Breach Freeze or something like that. We just have to fight over this Underworld Breach with 1 permission spell. That's really tough. That doesn't sound like something that's going to happen. So maybe it was supposed to just be fetch stock up because the mana crypt counterfeited my spell pierces. Breach, freeze, drain, stock up. So I choose the cards that go into the graveyard, right? So you can have target player chooses 2 of those cards, put the chosen cards into your graveyard. Okay, so let's get rid of Underworld Breach and stock up. And then you've got freeze, drain confirmed. Maybe that was my window to fetch actually as well. Stocks up himself again. Okay. This is another window that I've missed to fetch on. Oh well, we'll fetch a volcanic in a second, it's fine. And we'll get 2 punished. Probe's annoying. Do they have a land to follow up with to get this drain online? Yep. Okay, so back to us. We will flip our crypt. Draw a Force of Will, which is a tasty one. So we can just chill, right? We've got Force of Will, they've got Drain. I could fetch. I can't really be tapping these lands. I might go for a Flame of Anor end step if they let me, though. They fetch end step. Volcanic Island. Untap, they have a Crypt Flip. The Force of Will is a cool draw. Because they really just don't know about it. They have got a lot more card velocity than I, though. So I think we fetch here. Grab Volcanic. I think I'll try and negate this. Pitching a Spell Pierce. They'll drain me. But they've gone pre-combat. They brainstorm in response. Okay. I think there's a chance that Flame of Anor is supposed to be my Force of Will card. But they go up to 7, down to 5 cards in hand. Whilst we fight this stock up. They've got 5 left over. They have a Flusterstorm. Four cards in hand. Fluster 4. 4 copies. So I pay for 4 copies. And maintain my cards. Let's pay with this one or this one, whichever one you prefer. Magic Online. I will pay with an Emerald. And I'll pay with a city. Okay. You may continue. They're now tapped out. They've got a Black Lotus. If I Force of Will Lotus pitching Flame of Anor, does that work in our favour? I would have preferred the Lotus get exiled to negation, but now it's back to us. They've got Drain and Freeze in hand, plus one other. It looks likely that I'm going to resolve the stock up here. Tails. Brainstorm. I think I want stock up. I think I'll hold on to the black mana in case I find my DT. So, Drain, Freeze. Oh, they've got Force of Will. Pitching Mana Drain, meaning they're just holding Brain Freeze now is all they've got. Plus the opportunity to buy Lurrus this turn. I'll Brainstorm in response because I am interested in this stock up resolving. And I can take... Well, actually, maybe I'm not interested in the stock up resolving. I can put back Lurrus. Put back Thunder Trap. my stock up doesn't resolve, you're holding exactly Brain Freeze, and your game plan at the moment is to buy Lurrus, play Underworld Breach and win. At which point I can just Force of Will your Lurrus and pray you haven't top decked a counterspell. So pay 3, play Lurrus. They have got a Brain Freeze. They buy Lurrus. But I've got Thunder Trap on top of my deck, right? So what's that Thunder Trap? No, because I can't get to. Hang on. So Thunder Trap can't get me blue mana. I think I do Force of Will this. I'm not sure if that's good. They've got Brain Freeze and 1. And I do get to play Thunder Trap. It will shuffle away my Lurrus, which isn't ideal, but it's fine. So let's Thunder Trap off of Undercity Emerald. If I find a random Mox here, by random Mox I mean exactly a Sapphire. I find a Manifold Key. Which I guess I can play and untap a Mana Crypt with. I don't know all that bluffs, but now I've got a Wizard rolling. They've had one random draw. This will be their second random draw. And we need it to not be like an absolute banger. Doesn't look like it was unless it was a Gifts on, given that they're slow rolling, but I feel like Gifts is so close to lethal here anyway that it doesn't matter. Draw step. I find a library. Let's attack for 1. I'm at 8. The crypts are in play at the moment. And I will play my library out. And they didn't draw a Gifts on given, so that's cool. Opponent goes to 6. Back to me. Do I want to nuke an artifact and draw 2? I think so. So destroy target artifact, target player draws 2. Target me, target your ruby. Blue, red, and 1. We've got 4 cards in hand. One of them's a Brain Freeze. They might be able to put something together, but nothing too exciting, I don't think. Just mana drain, okay. Sad, but acceptable. No response on the Mana Crypt. Black Lotus is not really doing much. Have I played Lurrus yet? Yeah, I shuffled it away. That was it. That was silly, wasn't it? Okay. Opponent down to 5. Have they come up with something good? Have they been able to find a Gifts Ungiven? Looks like it. Looks like they found something to do on my end step. Chain of Vapor, target Mana Crypt. Okay, sure. Just slow down the clock a bit. So it sounds like their hand's dreadful. If that's the case. They get some mana drain mana. Don't float blue and class gifts, dude. Hardcast Lorien revealed. I mean, I still don't love that. That's a lot of cards. They're on 6 cards. Plays a jet. Underworld Breach kills us incredibly hard here. Maybe I did fuck up on the turn where I Force of Willed the Lurrus. Maybe that's supposed to just be deal 5 to Lurrus the following turn. I'd still go through this section of the game with a Force of Will behind. Because I still had them covered, right? If they went land Underworld Breach. I'd still be able to force will the Under Breach for a turn and then kill them. Well, by kill them I mean deal 5 to Lurrus. Okay, so looks like Lorien found the more gas, which is how card draw works. They're gonna look for some stuff. So they're not allowed Underworld Breach, they're not allowed DT. Pretty simple, right? They get whatever else they've got. Saga might not be a bad one to get here if you think the. Well, you've just got your Mana Crypt again, so maybe the Saga is bad. What else goes in this pile? Breach, DT, Vamp. I don't think they play Vamp. Just 2 massive card draw spells should lock it up, right? Just stock up Ancestral. DT Breach, because I can't let you have the tutor or the breach itself. Unless you're on 2 breaches only. 2 breaches only would make some amount of sense. Okay, so they're on 2 breaches, I guess is the joke here. So you're allowed to have Merchant Scroll, Mana Drain, I think. Merchant Scroll does get Ancestral. Oh no, I gave them a gift ungiven accidentally. Oopsie. I wanted them to have Merchant Scroll, Mana Drain. What was the other card they got? Lorien Revealed. Oh, that's they're cycling, okay. Lorien Revealed and something else. Gifts. They play Underground Sea. Oh, Gifts Lorien. So I know about Gifts Freeze in hand. No response to this. Thunder Trap Trainer. I guess I kick this and get it countered. I don't think they can give that to me, can they? Oh, well, okay. We get to look at a bunch of cards. Thunder Trap finds Force of Will, Flow State. You're supposed to take Flow State. The other guy comes into play. Finds Ancestral Recall. I'll cast a Black Lotus then. Which I guess they'll fight. Having a null. What game is this? What game is this? Is this game 1? Is this game 2? My opponent just played in a null. My opponent just played in a null. I wonder if Lotus gets annulled if I just lead a null to start with. I don't know. But what can you do with the cards I accidentally gave you? You can play a breach and kill me. Okay then. Very good. Very good indeed. They win. What game was that? Right then, we're back from our mid-sideboard break. So let's grab a Force Negation, a Pyroblast, Soul Guide Lantern, and a Mind Break Trap. I like all of that. Let's get rid of Fatal Push. And then I'm stuck. I think just the combo stuff, right? And then maybe I just get rid of a random card. Name a random card for me to get rid of in 30 seconds. Do I want DT? DT seems pretty good. Negation, Mind Break Trap, Flow State, Pierce, Ancestral, Misstep Probe. Maybe a Flame of Anor can get cut. We're just going to tempo them out with bobs and stuff. Can't believe I got that got by a main deck a null though. I do wonder if actually, like, I am supposed to sequence it Lotus because it does nothing. They're not going to another Lotus in that spot, I don't think. But hey ho. Maybe they do. Let's play then. I've got a cat. Meow. So do you. So what's this? I think this is a keep. Turn 1 Undercity, turn 2 Thunder Trap. And then just throw spells at them. And hope that they're not too fast. We spent a lot of that game at a mana disadvantage. As always with these decks, though, there is always a disclaimer that I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not going to play some sequences and some moments optimally. We're just here to have a blast. I guess I am interested in a future Force of Will. And we can use Flow State to set up Flow State, I think. Opponent just plays infinite mana, infinite counterspells, so that's the issue, right? We don't have any way to, fuck with them in that sense. But here we draw our Force of Will, and we can just develop a Thunder Trap Trainer. Hoping to find a Mox. I think lands is what I'm interested in here. Thunder Trap's in. Don't find lands, do find Ancestral. Goodbye, Dark Confident. And I think that's pretty cool. We've now got this Ancestral that we can just leverage forever. If our opponent is slow and does nothing, we can just sit on Ancestral Recall. Bear in mind they do play Mana Drain, right? And that's what they're currently representing. We draw a Flame of Anor. I think I attack for 1. If they fetch our Ancestral, I guess. Is that even true? Yeah, because they're going to have a Spell Pierce. I can go over the top of it. They don't fetch. They don't fetch. Mox Pearl. In. Back to me. Am I interested in Ancestral with a bunch of Force of Wills? I think so. I'll Ancestral myself. My opponent has a mental misstep. I'll Force of Will pitching Flame of Anor, I think. And then my opponent fetches. Comes up with their Mana Drain. Which I Force of Will. Pitching Flow State. I believe I overstock up. If they've got their own Force of Will, then we've all traded a bunch of cards. No, I had to get my cards back. Very nice. Hey, look at my flow states. So I can now just walk into the God's flow state, right? So let's walk. Attack for 1. And then what does this flow state do for me? I go up to 5, I then flow state to 7. No, that's not how that works. I still think flow state is better than stock up in this spot though. Soaring Spell Pierce. Or Lorien Spell Pierce. We're getting there. We're getting towards a library activation. Get Volcanic, make it look good. Make it look like a thing. Make it look like a Pyroblast. So we won the big first fight over an Ancestral, and that resolved us a Time Walk and a Flow State and turned on all of our Flow States, of which we're holding 16. Opponent now has a stock up, which we can just pierce. That resolves. It's back to us. And we might be getting close to this point in the day where we get off a library activation. I'm not sure. So Flow State. I get stock up Misty. Yeah, level that, level that. Let's play Misty and sacrifice it. Grab a pirate, grab a volcanic, and then do I flow state? Or do I stock up? I guess I stock up. Stock up's way better. We've still got a negation. We've got another negation and a DT. And then we just attack for 1. And our opponent lost the ancestral fight, so I think that now just means that we bury them. There's a world going forwards where I need to be careful about end-step gifts on givens. Mox Ruby. Brainstorms. I'm going to let that go because I'm excited to activate my library. I have still got double negation if they do something threatening. That is threatening. They buy Lurrus, okay. I'm going to activate a Library of Alexandria, and there's very little you can do to stop me here. Draw a card. Right. Now, next question. How do we beat a Urza Saga? My Needle's in the board. My Time Vault's in the board. My Flame of Anor's in the board. My pushes are all in the board. My consigns are in the board. How do I convert this game ever? I think I lead Thunder Trap. I don't know if there's anything to actually DT for at this point. Soulguide Lantern, Flame of Anor. Flame of Anor can start making work of tokens for sure. And now let's play Flow State, because that's actually able to develop mana as well. I've not made a land drop yet. Oh, this could get spell pierced, so maybe that was poor sequencing on my part. Then we get to attack for 1. Yeah, they got a spell pierce or a fluster. Okay. So Flow State doesn't go off, but I do have a library. I might just die to these Saga constructs though, but I've got the Flame of Anors to protect them. So I think I've got game here. Like deal 5, destroy target artifact sounds really realistic to me. Especially against a dwindling supply of cards. So versus my Library of Alexandria. It's back to us. And we're gonna just take a draw, I guess. Draw a ruby, that's a nice one. Activate a library. Stock up. Okay, so I can play Thunder Trap. And then grab Mox Jet or Spell Pierce. I think Mox Jet is quite neat because that means I'm not going to discards. And then I can maybe get off a Flame of Anor at some point. Not right now. Opponent can't really attack into my 6 toughness, 3/6 defender, right? So they're going to do this. We're going to let them do it again. And I think we're just going to go for the kicked flame. So no response to this. And then I just kick a flame now. Or do I let them through? No, I let them through. They're not going to do anything, right? They're going to get a Black Lotus. And then they attack. We go for a questionable deal 5, destroy target artifact. Destroy this artifact, deal 5 to this guy. Red, blue, and 1. And we've got Brainstorm double negation to fight back with. Although maybe I don't even want to fight over this. Just kill your 2 constructs. You play Force of Negation. Can I Force of Negation back on that? Get drained. Force of Negation again. I think I'll Brainstorm first. That's what I'll do. Okay, these are all nonsense. I hate everything. Let's negate your negation once. See where it takes us. If we get drained, then I think we do fight. If we don't get drained, then I don't think we do fight. Like if it was a force of will, then I'd leave it. Now your creatures are dead, and they just concede the game. Okay, cool. So I was going to say, now I get to DT play a Saga. I know I just exiled 2 stock-ups, which probably is questionable, but okay, we win. Nice. There's a whole nother game to play. Shit the bed, I thought we were done. I don't think I want Manifold Key and stuff in it. I think I am interested in Flame of Anor. Number 17. And we can just drop. Maybe it's just drop. I don't want to drop a Bob at all. Maybe just drop a Lorien. I really don't want to drop a Bob because I think that's actually like my best card. We've got a cat. Like it's not my best card, obviously, but like in terms of just like the games where we've been playing Thunder Traps early, I think turn 1 Bob is ridiculous. This is great though. So it's turn 1 stock up if we think we can do that, or it's turn 1 Saga if we want to get really aggro. But I don't think I want to be that aggro. Flooded Strand. Turn 1 stock up just dies so hard to Flusterstorm, it's insane. So we'll go Pearl. We'll grab an Underground Sea because I've got a Ruby here. And cast a Thunder Trap Trainer. Thunder Trap Trainer gains us Flame of Anor or Force of Negation. I think I want the Force of Negation. And now cast the Mox Ruby. And we should be good to like tempo them with this Saga somewhat as well, right? Underground Sea gets fetched on the end step. They don't have a Surveil land there, which is interesting. Volcanic Island. And now, because they're not doing much, we don't actually have to play cards, right? But we'll play the Sapphire. And now we'll play a Saga. And attack you for 1. I don't see the need to play any spells into their mana drain. I think we can just push this Saga at them and see what they come up with. They've got an island. And a stock up of their own. We hide the card into negation. We don't get forced. I think that means I can stock up on my turn. Force of negation again is a banger. So let's roll out our own stock up. They may have force of will here, that's fine. They may have force of negation here. I could have played my land, but I think I still like the Saga avenue of things here. They have force of will. They pitch a mind break trap. We've got force of negation and make a construct here. And these constructs are thick. So I will be pitching to stock ups here, I think, and then just getting something off my Saga and trying to beat down as hard and as fast as possible. They play a Mana Vault, play a Volcanic. They've got 2 cards left in hand. I can still pitch caster over the top of a Gifts Ungiven, so I'm going to grab my Construct. They don't do anything. I draw an Ancestral, so let's go with these 2. And then we can grab a Lotus, I guess. I just want Soul Guide Lantern, actually. Soul Guide Lantern looks pretty fucked. Take your Force of Will, interact with your flow states. And then I can just negate your Intercept Gifts Ungiven. You could have Mana Drain back, though. Rebuild. Let's float a blue then. Rebuild's fine. Ancestral Self. You take 1. And then we can play our cards again. Soul Guide Lantern. Eat your Rebuild. I've just got so many cards and so much mana. Let's play Flooded Strand. Grab Lurrus. And then I can fetch Undercity End Step. I just didn't run into another Mindbreak trap with my Lorien there. That is the long-term plan. But I didn't see the need to do it. They redeploy the Mana Vault. They tap 3 mana. They buy Lurrus of their own. Play an Academy. That's all very anemic. We've got I think we're fine here. Let's grab Undercity Sewers. Leave that on top. Draw it end step, because we're going to use that to play our Lurrus. Play a Volcanic. Pearl, Ruby, City makes a cat. Make a Soul Guide Lantern. Eat your Flooded Strand. And now I've got Hardcast Negation, Pitchcast Negation. Next time I can probably just Hardcast a Force of Lorien Revealed. I think that's good. We've just got so much rolling now. The rebuild actually seemed great for me. Obviously, it prevented them from dying, so it was good, but they've got no graveyard. They got 3 cards in hand. I'm just so far ahead on all the development cycles, sort of thing. So let's draw a card off our Soul Guide Lantern. We draw a Flame of Anor. Let's cast a Soul Guide Lantern. Eat a Flooded Strand. Attack for 4. And then we can just be Omega Conservative here and just cast this for 2. Grab a Pyroblast. Play a Volcanic. Pass to you. And there's nowhere our opponent can go from here, I don't think. They play a Lurrus and we just flame it. And they're dead in 2 as well. We'll cycle our Soul Guide on end step. This is a delight. Bob's going to come in. Another Flame of Anor. So, Bob. Soul Guide. Soul Guide eats Polluted Delta. We're on 7 cards. 30 of those are counter spells. Our opponent gets attacked for 5. I truly don't see a need for us to do anything or take any game actions here. Okay. The likelihood of our Bob triggering, I think, is quite low. But if they kill my Lurrus to buy another turn, I'll absolutely let it through just so I can trigger my Bob. Marathon game. I lost track of what game we were in. So that was sweet. Alright, here we go. Paying costs, which I guess you have to do at this point. You know I've got a Pyroblast. This Gifts is really tough. Counter target spell if it's blue. I'll lead off on the obvious one. They then have to spend some mana to fight back. I don't know what the fight back looks like from here. Yeah, no, nothing. Really brutal, but you know, we've got Lurrus Soul Guide to really just bury them in the mid game there. Nice one, Bob. Thanks for joining. Okay, so we're up against OD402. We've got a Lurrus. They are a known dredger. They have powdered and kept on 7. We've kept this. Maybe that's wrong. But we don't have much to do game 1 other than a quick Vault Key, you know? So I think we'll be turn 1 Undercity, probe you. That's a fucked start. Okay, buddy. Another one? Yeah, give it to me. 4. Oh, come on. Put some effort in. Okay, so as we go to game 2, we will discuss the fact that we've got Yix the Jailers, Tabernacles of Pendril Vales, Tormod's Crypts, and all that jazz. Show me your secrets. What have you got? What have you got? Let's go Flooded Strand. What did they have? Nonsense, right? Yeah. How much do I take here? 12, 13, 14, 15. It's pretty good. Pretty good. 1 chill is lethal. They exiled 2 chills to a powder, but they found the 1 chill they needed. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and I'm at 18. So that works really well for our opponent. Cheeky turn 2Z. Right, but post board we get a lot of nonsense. So 4 of those. Magic Online Fantasy is playing. These 4. This one. This one. We could consider the consigns. They've got play against hollow ones. They got play against Icarids and Chills. Don't think the rest of it's necessary. Get the 2 negations out of here. Spell Pierce I like. Flow State I imagine is good. Probe we don't need. Misstep we don't need. Maybe these two consigns are going to be a bit too deep. Force of Wolves protect our stuff. Bob, Time Vault Key, Fatal Push I think can go. DT's fabulous. And maybe 1 Flame of Anor, but that does kill a hollow one. But I've already put it in the sideboard, so there's nothing we can do. Tab, Jailer, Needle, Soul Guide. Yeah, cool. And a push towards a Vault Key. That's our plan. We've got a cat. We've got our hate pieces. We've got no lands. So I'm going to ship it. We've got a hate piece and no lands. But we can still just like Raw Dog out a Needle, right? And just die to Vigor. Sounds good. Let's get rid of stock up. I like dying to vigors. Opponent kept 7. Eek. Mox Pearl. Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle gets negated. Pitching Narcomoeba, so we just lose. The next thing we want to do is untap top decker land. Play Yixid Jailer. They've got Bazaar of Baghdad. Maybe this wasn't a keep, but I don't know. Chill Thug Imp. No Hollow one. Nice. So, fetch land. Mana Crypt. So we can Crypt. Manifold Key. Untap Crypt. By Lurrus. And next turn we'll have a Lurrus in play as long as they don't Vigor us. So upkeep, they can activate. They Noxious the Creeping Chill to go for max damage. They then dredge their Stinkweed Imp. The Stinkweed Imp hits a chill and another shell, but it'll be and another imp. So imp, 2 chills, no threat. So we just go to 14 for the joy. Oh no, there's 2 Silver Smoke Balls right at the end there, and then they've got 1 more dredge 5 on draw step. That hits 2 amalgams and Nicarid and another chill. Good grief. So the 2 ghouls are going to come in regardless. Which I think means the 2 amalgams will come in even over the top of my jailer. No response to the Mana Crypt flip. I just take the damage. Love it. Polluted Delta. Okay. So we get an Underground Sea. Can we even do anything though? Or am I supposed to just Thunder Trap? Take so much damage. Thunder Trap, find Crypt. I think that's better than anything else, right? Because Jailer come in and die. I don't know how this interaction works. I think because this is already triggered, it's over for us, sort of thing. I think I'm supposed to Thunder Trap and look for one of our artifacts. Find a Demonic Tutor and a Mox Sapphire. So we'll take Sapphire. Play another Thunder Trap Trainer. Flow State, Force of Will. Soul Ring. That doesn't do anything, right? I just die. Play Soul Ring. Block, block, take 9. Good job. Wrecked. Okay then. Destroyed by Dredge. Okay, then final round. We're up against Care Bears. On our final round of Grixis Lurrus, I've revealed my cat. We're on the play. Sounds interesting. We've drawn a horrendous amount of Undercity Sewers. I think I still keep. I'm interested in any mana source being on top of my deck. I don't know what Care Bears is on. It is a shame to get bodied so hard by Dredge, but it's nice to give back to the Dredge guys a bit. We all deserve it. So let's hope they don't wasteland us. Let's turn off our auto yield so they don't know that we're weak. That's not ideal. I do have my push though. And a mana vault as well. Okay then. And a ruby. Holy fuck balls. Okay. We're dying and we're dying fast. Okay, they pump faked us there. Let's see what we can come up with. Scalding Tarn. So let's... Do we want a Scalding Tarn or do we just want a Dark Confident? I think we just want a Scolding Time, right? Because Bob is so bad into this. We want to brainstorm into Force of Will, fetch, Spell Pierce your payoff. Okay, so no Lurrus, say untap. The Saga is going to be a giant issue, I think. We don't have a Strip Mine. I consider Strip Mine and then point on my little library train. Okay, a bit more power. So our Spell Pierce is just useless. Our Fatal Push is clearly busted. Let's brainstorm in response. Or in the intercept, sorry. Full Moxen. Let's get rid of Spell Pierce. Let's get rid of... Maybe it's just Bob, but you're not my dad. Let's get rid of a Thunder Trap. We'll now fetch up a sea, an island, sorry, a volcanic, and then we'll cycle that for another land. Probably just another volcanic. And we can now draw a card for the turn. We draw a Lotus, which is a pretty big game. I think I'm interested in Pearl. Confident. No, Thunder Trap, sorry. Pearl. Thunder Trap. And then we get Probe, Force of Will. So I can just take Force of Will here. Play a Volcanic, cast a Bob. Yeah, into all of this. And then we'll deploy the Lotus anyway, just to get ahead of a Vexing Bauble on end step. Now we've got Force of Will, push your guy, block with Thunder Trap, play a Lurrus Thunder Trap and loop around. We've got Flame of Anor if we need it as well. So it'd be cool if we don't actually have to play Force of Will. I think it would have been better if I'd got rid of Bob and kept the other Thunder Trap. But hey ho. You can't win them all. So they've got a 5/5. Now they get another creature. Construct token. And I showed them Force of Will, so I might just get Vexing Bauble. But then maybe Soul Ring is where they want to be if they're on like a PO list. They get Vexing Bauble, that makes sense. Tolarian Academy as well, holy shit. So I just take 7 here. Do I block? I guess I block. And now we've still got a wizard in play. Bob triggers. Draws another Bob. Draw step. Thunder Trap. So let's cast Thunder Trap Trainer. See where this takes us. Maybe cast Thunder Trap's really bad because I need to beat a bunch of stuff. Lure revealed Flow State. Flow State is on. Stock Up's also very good. I think I want the Flow State though. Now we can push your guy. See what they've got to say about Fatal Push on your token. They've got a Force of Will. So we'll try and change phase here. And I don't mind missing an attack for a turn. It means I get to Flow State post-combat. Looking for another land to then Flame of the North with. I've still got the Flame of the North rolled up the next turn, even if they counted this one, right? Oh, they're fetching. Okay. They get an archive. And with the archive, they keep. Flow state is still on the stack. Maybe they're deciding if they want to fight it or not. They don't want to fight it. So let's take Urza's Saga, Flame of the North. And now we can play our Saga. And we can cast Flame of the North. Destroy target artifact. Target player draws 2 cards. I'll be target player. You'll be target artifact. And then they fetch with Lotus and have another Force of Will. But I think that's fine, because I've got another Thunder Trap to chomp with and another Flame of the North to get off with. So they've got 1 card plus the card they topped with Archive. Their Vault is now tapped. We need it to not be a Tinker. Red is Soul Guide Lantern. That's fine. I think this Saga of mine is a bit slow. They eat my Thunder Trap rather than my Flow State cards. They've got Flutter Strands. They're dead on cards in hand. They kept something in hand, which is interesting. Let's just block here then. Get the Bob going. I go 10. 2 Bobs is dodgy. Ruby. Lorien revealed. Saga's up and running. Discard a Mox Ruby. Good job, Josh. That's 7/7. So target player draws 2. Destroy target artifact. I'll be target player. You'll be target artifact. I need to play blue as well. Okay. Fine, I'll play by the rules. Right, construct token down. Oh, we're going for a draw. Blind draw on Flame of the North. Well, for Force of Will, I mean. No, you never did. Just the sick rips. Snapcaster Mage Force of Will. Brutal. Okay, so that's game, right? I block and I can't do anything. That was gross. Let's play another Dark Confident. This whole game came from the fact that I revealed that Force of Will off of Thunder Trap Tramer has informed every single player of our opponents, which is cool. Cool play. They've got rid of their Soul Guide Lantern though, so I do actually have some Lurrus stuff going on here. I've got the double block. I can block Thunder Trap Construct, go to 4. Block Snapcaster, block Construct, go to 4. Make a mana. I can't get Lotus. can get jet though. That's a nice one. So 1, 2, 3. Get a jet. Or I could just make a token and walk. Then I'm never getting to Lurrus. So I guess I take this mana. Grab a jet. Grab Lurrus. Walk. And then I can Lurrus Thunder Trap. Okay, or we can just top deck another Force of Will. Yeah, alright. You wanted it more than me. That's fine. Okay. So, next game. I like my Fatal Pushes. I don't like my Fatal Pushes. Come on, Josh. Next game, what do we want? What have they got? They've just got 7 Force of Wills and a Snapcaster Mage. Do we just want Pyroblast? MBT? Negation? Come off of Push? Lorien? And something else? I like the combo cards. I like all the cards. All the cards draw cards. I like that for us. What if I come off double Lorien? Then I'm really bad at sorcery, right? Yeah, but I'm going to come off double Lorien. Maybe that's really bad with 14 lands. I don't know. We can take our time. Our opponent's deck doesn't seem particularly fast. Just they had the turn 1 Saga Manifold Lotus hand, which is, Ruby Lotus. Yeah, I don't know. And then they had Force of Wills in every spot. So I don't think we can be too mad. I think they played well though, because we did show them at 1 Force of Will, and then they played the whole game with that 1 Force of Will, right? So let's keep this hand, because this hand looks very good. And then we can go Island, Jet, DT. Grab a key. Cast a Lotus. And then just ship it, I guess. The turn, I mean, not the gameplay. Opponent 100% have a probe in this spot. Yeah, absolutely. Never won't have a probe in that spot. It's always a lock. Always a lock to have probe. So we played around Mindbreak Trap the best we could. Played around our own negations. But our opponent, once again, gets to see a card in our hand. Well, they get to see 4. They beat us when they knew one of our cards. So I'm not confident about the fact that they know all of our cards, Vexing Bauble. Seems great for us. Then they fetch with the Bauble and then concede the game. Okay. So they didn't make me play that, which is nice. I wonder if these consigns are actually good. I don't know. I don't think so. We're just going to max out. I think the consigns could be good, but I don't know how into their artifacts they are. They've obviously got Academy. They've obviously got a bunch of stuff, but is there only one artifact that we're trying to consign? I don't think so. Okay, so took out 2 Lorians and didn't get punished. Love our hand. Especially if we get to Force of Will, pitching one of these stock ups, we get turn 1 flow state. So we will keep this. I guess I want to be quite liberal with my force of will here if I'm trying to get turn 1 flow state going. I mean, if they're on Ancestral, then we absolutely get to snap it off, right? They're not on Ancestral. So let's go Mox Emerald, Cycle Lorien, grab an Underground Sea because I've got the Ruby to work with, cast the Ruby, play the Sea. I think we can just flow state here. I know it's not very good because I'm just getting 1 card, but I think we can just push. Get Pyroblast, flow state, Mindbreak Trap. I think I want Mindbreak. I've got so many stock ups to push through them with. If they're going for something big and scary next turn. Soul Guide Lantern is in, but I've already stated my flow, so I don't think we care. Oh, no lands. Okay, so we're just gonna just really bury them, I guess. 1, 2, 3. I'm not fighting the first one, that's for sure. Take my 2 for 1 and carry on with my day. They dropped a PO. And then they found a Ruby. That found a Thunder Trap Trainer, that's cool. They've got 2 cards in hand. 3 after the Thunder Trap, 4 after their draw step next turn. Oh, they've got a Lurrus as well. I didn't think they did. Interesting. Have I been smoking this whole time? There's a force of will. So let's stock up. And this should get a response off of them, I guess. Stock up pitching Flusterstorm. I guess I fight this one. I'll pitch my Mindbreak Trap, I think. And we get Ancestral and a Lorien revealed. And now we can go and get another card. Let's get a Volcanic Island this time. Ancestral Self. 3 cards. I've made a land drop. So let's just play Dark Confident. And pass the turn. Cool. So I've got Bob, they've got Thunder Trap. But they are so low on cards. So Time Walk, which I don't think matters, right? They can have their turn. They can hit me for 1. I go to 17. They don't even hit me for 1. Okay, so they're just holding Flame of Venora as their last card. Is that the joke? Bob's about to bury them. 2 mana. Thunder Trap Trainer. I'll let that go. Mainly because I was going to let it go anyway. Secondly, because when I've checked my hand after saying I'll let that go, I can't actually fight it. So that's quite cool. This is a Black Lotus. I guess you can have Black Lotus, but I know your 1 card is Ancestral. They go for it right now. So we'll exile pitching, Lorien revealed. They've got no cards in hand. They can try and top deck their 1 thing. So another blind look for Care Bears. This time misses, so got them. They've got a Tundra. And it's back to us, and we're just going to draw 30 cards. I don't see the need to brainstorm. I don't care that much. I've got all the life points, you know. So I get a walk, and that just is the match. Sick one there. My Magic Online never lets me draw cards, so let's have a look. So we would time walk, and then we would stock up into this lot. Then we would brainstorm into some more. Oh, life is sweet. We were cruising. What a great day out. Okay, so that was a fun league. Obviously, library's insanely bad. Probably should be a wasteland or a strip mine. I'm not too sure how I'm supposed to have my or an academy as well. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to have my fetchables. I don't know which one's supposed to be the tap land and which one's not. I think Undercity makes sense, but I don't know. And then I think this permission suite can move around. I think I'd want one Lorien to become a Thoughtseize or two. I think black opens up more options there, and then we can play still a couple of Lorians. I don't know. I'm not an expert in this sort of thing. Was Vault Key necessary? It was certainly cool. Sideboard, we still got bodied by dredge despite having, I don't know, what's that, 6, 7? Because I've got the main deck something. What do I have main deck? Oh, nothing. Okay, 6 isn't very many. So maybe I deserve to get bodied by dredge. Maybe my hand in that matchup was dodgy as well. But I don't know, that was a fabulously fun league. Flow state seems fine. Stock up seems great. Flame of Anor, I think we need to lean into it harder. And then, yeah, Dark Confident. So there we have it. Right, have a good one.